Ladies and gentlemen, we often believe that lasting change takes years. We tell ourselves that transformation is a slow process, one that demands endless patience. But what if I told you that profound change can happen in just 1 week? Yes, 1 week. Today I will share with you 5 habits that have the power to completely change your life in that short span of time. These are not just actions, but practices that align your inner world with the life you truly want to live. The first habit is to use the power of your imagination. Everything you experience in your life began as a thought, a vision, or a mental image. Start each day by imagining yourself as the person you wish to be. Do not wait for the world to change. Instead, change the image you hold of yourself. Imagine it clearly, vividly, as though it is happening right now. When you do this, your mind begins to shape your reality to match this image. The world outside will always conform to the world you create within. The second habit is to live in the end. Too often we hope for change, but deep down we doubt it will happen. This habit asks you to go beyond hope and step into certainty. You must feel, with every part of your being, that the life you desire is already yours. What would you think, feel, and do if everything you wanted was already a reality? Act from that state of mind. By living in the end, you remove the obstacles of doubt and disbelief. You tell the world that your desire is not a possibility, but a fact. The third habit is to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. It is not enough to think about what you want, you must feel it deeply. Feel the joy, the peace, the satisfaction of having already achieved your goal. When you assume this feeling, you activate powerful forces within you that align your outer reality with your inner state. This habit is the bridge between thought and manifestation. The fourth habit is to direct your focus exclusively on what you desire. Our lives are often filled with distractions, doubts, and fears that pull us away from our goals. But the truth is, whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on obstacles, you will see more obstacles. If you focus on possibilities, you will see more opportunities. Train your mind to dwell only on the things you want to create in your life. Let go of worry and fear, and instead, focus on abundance, success, and joy. The final habit is consistency. Real change comes from persistence. It is not enough to imagine your desired life once or to feel it sporadically. You must persist in this new state of mind day after day until it becomes your natural way of being. Consistency rewires your mind, and once your mind is reprogrammed, your external world will follow. Do not waver in your belief, even when evidence seems contrary. Hold on to the vision of your transformed life, and the world will have no choice but to reflect it back to you. By embracing these 5 habits, you will witness a profound shift in your life, not in months or years, but in a single week. Your imagination is the source of all creation, and by using it deliberately, you can shape your reality in ways that may seem miraculous. The key is to remain persistent, to live in the end, and to focus on your desires with unwavering faith. When you do this, the change you seek will become inevitable. The life you dream of is already within you. You need only to bring it forth. Imagination is the foundation upon which your entire reality is built. Everything you experience in life, every success, every challenge, begins as a thought or a vision within your mind. The power to change your life does not lie outside of you in circumstances or people, but within your ability to imagine something different, something greater. Your imagination is like a blueprint, and the world around you is the construction site. It is the invisible force that molds, shapes, and brings to life the physical circumstances you encounter every day. To truly transform your life, you must begin by seeing yourself as the person you desire to be. This mental image is not just a fleeting thought, but a vivid, detailed picture of the life you want to live. When you imagine yourself as successful, abundant, healthy, or loved, you activate a powerful force within your consciousness. This image becomes a point of focus, and where your attention goes, energy flows. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions will start to align with this new vision, and the outer world will follow suit. You must treat your imagination as sacred, knowing that whatever you dwell upon in your mind will eventually manifest in your reality. If you continue to imagine limitations, fears, and doubts, those too will be reflected in your life. But if you dare to imagine yourself as capable of achieving your deepest desires, as already living the life you dream of, your world will begin to shift. The key is to remain steadfast in that vision, allowing it to shape your thoughts, influence your decisions, and inspire your actions. This is how your inner world shapes your outer world. Imagination is not a passive exercise, it is the creative engine of your life. The more you consciously use it to design the life you desire, the more quickly you will see the results in the physical world. The person you see in your mind's eye is who you will eventually become, and the reality you visualize is what you will eventually experience. The power to change your life starts here, in your imagination, and once you master this, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Living in the end means embodying the mindset, emotions, and behaviors of someone who has already achieved their desires. It is not about hoping or wishing that something will happen in the future, it's about claiming your desired reality now in the present. The key to this practice is assuming the feeling of already having or being what you desire, and then letting that feeling guide every aspect of your life. This concept is profoundly powerful, because it shifts your consciousness from lack or longing to fulfillment and certainty. When you live in the end, you bypass the doubts, fears, and uncertainties that often hold people back. Instead of focusing on how or when something will happen, you focus on the state of mind and emotions that reflect your desired outcome, as if it were already true. This removes the tension of wanting and replaces it with the peace and confidence of already having. By living in the end, you no longer look for signs or external validation because you trust that your inner world will eventually align with your outer experience. Consider this: if you already had everything you wanted, how would you feel? What would your daily thoughts be? How would you interact with others? By adopting those feelings and actions now, you are setting a powerful cause into motion. Your emotions and beliefs shape your reality, and when you consistently dwell in the state of your wish fulfilled, you create the conditions for your vision to manifest. This practice transforms the way you interact with the world. You no longer react to circumstances based on your current situation. Instead, you act from the perspective of someone whose dreams have already come true. This creates a powerful energy shift, attracting opportunities, resources, and experiences that align with your desired reality. When you live in the end, you become the person who has already achieved success, love, health, or abundance, and the world mirrors that internal transformation. Living in the end also allows you to overcome external obstacles and setbacks. When you hold the inner conviction that what you desire is already yours, temporary challenges lose their power. You no longer get swayed by delays or difficulties because you know the outcome is certain. This inner certainty acts as a magnet, drawing the desired experiences into your life while neutralizing doubt and fear. The most significant benefit of living in the end is the peace and fulfillment it brings. Instead of feeling restless or anxious about achieving your goals, you can rest in the calm assurance that your desires are already realized. You live with a deep knowing that everything you seek is already on its way, and this mental shift often accelerates the manifestation process. The outer world, in response, begins to conform to your inner vision, and soon you will find yourself living the life you once only imagined. By adopting the practice of living in the end, you step into your creative power. You become the author of your life, consciously choosing how you think, feel, and act, regardless of external circumstances. This inner mastery allows you to mold your reality according to your desires, bypassing the limitations of doubt, time, and uncertainty. When you live in the end, you are no longer waiting for life to change, you are actively creating it from within. Assumption is a powerful force that shapes the reality you experience. What you assume to be true, regardless of external evidence, gradually becomes your lived reality. Your beliefs and assumptions act as a lens through which you perceive the world, and this perception directly influences your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Over time, these repeated patterns of thought and behavior create the circumstances you experience. Therefore, if you want to transform your life, you must begin by transforming your assumptions. The greatest limitation we often face is not in the world around us, but in the assumptions we hold about ourselves. Many people unconsciously assume they are limited by their current circumstances, past experiences, or external conditions. They might assume they are not smart enough, wealthy enough, or deserving enough to achieve their goals. These assumptions become self-fulfilling prophecies as they dictate the actions and decisions they make, reinforcing the very limitations they wish to overcome. However, assumption also holds the key to overcoming these limitations. When you consciously choose to assume that you are already the person you aspire to be, you shift the foundation upon which your reality is built. This shift in assumption creates new patterns of thought and behavior, which in turn produce new results. By assuming you are already successful, abundant, loved, or healthy, you align your consciousness with the version of yourself that has already achieved these things. Your mind, emotions, and actions will naturally follow suit, paving the way for your external reality to conform to your new inner state. Every habit you develop must be rooted in this powerful principle of assumption. Habits are not just routines or actions, they are reflections of your underlying beliefs about who you are. If your habits are based on the assumption that you are not enough or that success is difficult to achieve, then no matter how much effort you put into them, they will reinforce limitation. However, when you cultivate habits from the assumption that you are already the person you want to be, those habits take on a transformative power. For example, if you want to become a more confident and successful person, begin by assuming that you already are. What would a confident, successful person do each day? How would they think?